In this video, we are going to learn about another two useful methods for working with arrays in JavaScript. And these methods are flat and flatMap. These methods allows us to flatten nested arrays and map over them in one step. They can help us simplify our code and handle complex data structures more easily. By the end of this video, you will be able to use these methods confidently and efficiently. So let's get started. First of all, let's see what this flat method does. The flat method takes an array that contains other array and returns a new array with all the subarrays concatenated into it. For example, if we have a nested array like this, then we can use the flat method to flatten it like this. We can write let flatten array is equal to nested array dot flat, and now if we hit save and if we log this flatten array, you can see this flat method removed one level of nesting from the original array and return a new array with all the elements in the same order. However, notice that this last element is still an array because it was nested two levels deep. Now, if we want to flatten the array completely, we can pass an argument to this flat method which specifies how many levels of nesting we want to remove. For example, if we pass 2 here and if we hit save, now you can see this flat method removed two levels of nesting and return this new array with all the elements as a single value. Now, instead of this 2, if we pass infinity as an argument, we can flatten any array no matter how deeply nested it is. For example, if we have a nested array like this, then we can flatten it using our infinity argument. Now we can write let flat array is equal to array2 dot flat. Now here the argument that we are going to use is infinity. Now if I hit save and if we log this variable flat array, you can see this removed all level of nesting and returned a new array with all the elements as a single value. So this is the advantage of using this infinity argument. So the flat map method is very useful when you need to merge or manipulate nested arrays, such as when you are working with JSON data, matrix, or graphs. Now next up, let's see what the flat map method does. So the flat map method is a combination of the map and flat methods. It takes an array, applies a function to each element, and returns a new flattened array. For example, if we have an array like this, then we can use the flat map method to double each element and flatten the result like this. And here we can write let flat map array is equal to array3 dot flat map. Then here we are going to use only one argument, which is the current value, and then here we are going to return num multiply by 2. Now if I hit save and if we log this flat map array, you can see this flat map method took this function which returns an array for each element and applied it to each element of this original array. Then it flattened the resulting array of arrays and returned a new array with the double values. The flat map method is equivalent to calling map method followed by a flat method, but it's more efficient and concise. For example, the same result can be achieved by doing this. Like if first we use our map method and if we write let flatMap array is equal to array3 dot map. And now if we pass this function again, and after doing this, if we attach a flat method, and if we hit save, and if we log the value of this flat map array, you can see we have the same result. But as you can see, here we need to use two methods to do this same thing. And here we are using only one method, which is this flat map method. So this flat map method is very useful when we need to map over an array and flatten the results, such as when we are working with functions that return arrays, promises, or generators. And that's all I want to show you in this video. So in this video, we learned about two powerful methods for working with arrays in JavaScript. We saw how they can help us flatten nested arrays and map over them in one step. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to join this exciting web development journey with us. Keep coding and keep creating. I will see you in the next video.